in between both these phones. The 14 Pro has that Apple A16 Bionic chip inside of it with 6 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone 7 Plus has that Apple A10 Fusion chip inside of it with 3 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go and see which one's the faster one between both. Okay, there we go. All the apps are clear on the background except for this one, so let's get into it. Phone calls, 3, 2, 1. I don't even know why that one already glitched up. Let's go and hop out of this one. Let's go new music, 3, 2, 1. And definitely there's a pretty big difference there. Hopping out of this one, let's do their app stores, 3, 2, 1. The 14 Pro faster, iPhone 7 Plus a little bit behind. Scrolling through, again 120 Hertz on the 14 Pro, 7 Plus 60 Hertz, and you can kind of see, at least in my opinion, the 14 Pro is definitely the faster one by a little bit. Photos, let's do camera, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Let's go and open up this photo. Faster on the 14 Pro, let's open it up. I think it was overall slightly faster on the 14 Pro. Photos, 3, 2, 1. Kind of the same thing. The 14 Pro is slightly faster though. As always, we have some of these third-party apps. Let's go and try Genshin Impact, 3, 2, 1. Now this is a pretty big game. I played this game a lot. Actually not on this account, but I played a lot on some of my other devices. And the 14 Pro is definitely a very fast phone. And it's definitely going to be giving you a faster experience overall. You can see with the 7 Plus, it was slightly slower. Actually, it was very slower. But the thing to also keep in mind is that it's an older phone, it's expected. And I mean, as you can see, this thing's going to take a while. So we're going to have to stay here. So there we go. We finally get into it. So that is going to trickle down to the speed and performance in pretty much every other area between phones. Facebook, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Hopping out of this one. Let's go get into Twitter, 3, 2, 1. Keep messing these things up, but that's okay. Hopping out of this one. Let's go and try Netflix, 3, 2, 1. 14 Pro is faster, but the 7 Plus was kind of just behind it. So let's go and get into Thank You, 3, 2, 1. Fortune Pro again is the faster one. 7 Plus a little bit behind. Snake vs. Blocks, 3, 2, 1. Fortune Pro again is the faster one, and the 7 Plus a little bit behind yet again. You can see it's glitching up quite a bit on the iPhone 7 Plus. The 14 Pro a little bit behind. Again, not that big of a deal. Hopping out of this one, let's go and get into Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And overall, what I'll tell you is the iPhone 14 Pro is definitely going to be the faster phone in literally every single area you could ever imagine. So that is probably a big thing to keep in mind. Even though we had those pop-ups on the 14 Pro, it's still going to be a faster phone. So that kind of covers up the speed comparison for sure. Now, in the camera department, as I mentioned before, this is a pretty big difference.